Despite the failure of the Western Allies to open the long-awaited Second Front, the Soviets launch a huge summer offensive in 1944 that to offensive springboards from the earlier Red Army successes in the north, as Finland is overwhelmed and occupied, while German holdings in the Baltic states are attacked in force. A large pocket forms around German-controlled Riga, which we just defended, as the front lines reach the border of East Prussia. In response, Germany attempts to create a new defensive line stretching from the Baltic Sea to the Carpathian Mountains. Meanwhile, the investigations surrounding the attempted assassination of German High Command Hitler in June have just uncovered another high-ranking army officer in the conspiracy, Field Marshal Erwin Rommel, convalescing from light injuries. A desert fox awaits his fate at his home in Herrlingen, southern Germany. So now we have to load this thing up. It's basically just a bunch of soap opera. As you stand before the distinctive-looking home, characterized by a very steep-angled roof, you reflect on the circumstances that brought you to this place. In the weeks following the attempted assassination of Hitler, a whirlwind of investigations across all branches of German military were launched. Feldmarschall von Manstein, recently removed from command of Army Group South, was considered a prime suspect due to the very recent timing of his dismissal, but an exhaustive investigation revealed he took no part in the planning or execution of the June plot. His righteous indignation with the whole affair made headlines in the German newspapers. Prussian feldmarshals do not mutiny. Practically all Eastern Front commands, including your own, were absolved of involvement in the June plot, but the same could not be said for a multitude of Western Front commands. The questioning and investigation of many of these German officers revealed a deep conspiracy, one that reached very high up in the chain of command, all the way to Field Marshal Erwin Rommel. Wagner clears his throat loudly to get your attention. I sense your hesitation, my general. If it will ease your mind, I will do most of the talking with Rommel. There's also something I have not told you. I apologize that I could not explain to you earlier what is about to happen, but you must believe me, it was for your own protection. But before all is revealed, I must ask the Field Marshal something I need to know. Oberst Wagner politely knocks on the door. It is quickly opened by a young boy, Manfred Rommel, who lets you both inside the Rommel household. Rommel's son leads you to the room where his father is waiting. You find the desert fox pacing anxiously by a table, fidgeting with his field marshal's baton. There is a look of shock on his face, but he says nothing as he waits for his son to leave the room. What is this? I was told to expect Generals Burgdorf and Maisel. I know your face, Oberst, but I cannot recall your name. Why are you here? I am Oberst Stefan Wagner, accompanying General Heinrich von Butcherstein. I remember now, we served together in France in 1940. Yes, sir, I'm sorry that our reunion is under these circumstances. Rommel nervously grips his Feldmarshal's baton. What circumstances are those exactly? Feldmarshal Erwin Rommel. After an investigation by the Court of Military Honor, you've been found guilty of conspiring to assassinate German High Command Hitler. Rommel winces visibly, but Oberst Wagner gives him no time to speak. As you know by now, many of your fellow conspirators have already been publicly shamed and put to death. General Burgdorf was originally being sent here as a courtesy to you, sir. Rommel scoffs. A courtesy? What could that possibly be? Given your illustrious career, the popularity among all German people, there is an offer to spare you the fate of your co-conspirators. And what exactly is this offer so graciously given to me? I have with me some cyanide capsules. If you were to take them, you would be remembered as a hero who died of his injuries on the field of... You're a fool, little Oberst. Your offer to spare me execution by offering suicide. Death is death. How can you, of all people, not know the difference? If you do not accept the cyanide, your family will never see your payment pensions. They will be arrested and charged with harboring treasonous individuals. Your staff officers will also be arrested, followed by swift execution. Your legacy will be one of disgrace, and all of Germany will be harmed by your revealed betrayal. How dare you come to my home and threaten my family like this? Why? Wagner quickly interrupts Rommel. Why, you ask why? Yes, you are a traitor. You are a traitor. You are a traitor, sir. Rommel hangs his head and exhales deeply. You are wrong, Herr Oberst. I'm no traitor. Then tell us, you who once commanded the personal bodyguard to High Command Hitler, how is your support of those who would assassinate Hitler not treasonous? Rommel pauses, then he fixes his gaze upon Oberst Wagner. I would never betray Germany. I would lay my life down for Germany, and if my quiet suicide will spare my family and the German people from the shame of my trial and execution, then I accept it. But I tell you now, High Command is not Germany. Hitler is not Germany. And the decisions of Hitler have cost the lives of too many Germans. We have righted the wrongs of the Treaty of Versailles. As early as 1940, many times we could have made deals for peace. Many times our war has only grown and consumed more lives. Conspirators believed we could have made peace with the Western Allies. Surely they would allow us to hold our Eastern Front we agreed to relinquish control of occupied areas in the northwest and south. Why should we have evacuated our occupations? We have defeated the Allied invasion of Normandy. The very same month you launched your attempted coup, we had no idea when an Allied invasion would come, only that it was coming. We were hoping to preempt such an event, to make peace before such an invasion was launched. That we were able to repel such an invasion seemed utterly unlikely, and I can just imagine how differently things would be right now if the British and the Americans were sweeping across France. And now that we have this victory, we could easily broker peace from a position of ultimate strength. But Hitler refuses all ideas of peace. He only demands more V weapons to be launched at the Western Allies as they lick their wounds on the other side of the English Channel. God, this is long. So you are wrong, little Obers. You are wrong. I am no traitor to Germany. I have fought 2 wars and dozens of battles for Germany, and once again, and not once against. I am only a traitor to Hitler. I accept my guilt and the consequences of it. I understand. Well, where is your poison? I have something to say before that. To you and General Heinrich von Butcherstein, are you aware of the trucks that are guarding the town exits? I know they are non-Wehrmacht troops, meaning SS. Probably there in case I was foolish enough to try and run, as if I had somewhere to run, or would abandon my family to save myself. In one of those trucks, I have a body. Is it General Bergdorf? Is that why he's in here? But then why would you still tell me to kill myself? Generals Bergdorf and Mansell are both alive, if currently unwell. I just arranged for them to have terrible stomach aches, courtesy of some expired Soviet rations mixed into their breakfast. General Heinrich von Butcherstein, what is going on? General Heinrich von Butcherstein has no knowledge of this. I have acted on my own volition. The body in that truck is Field Marshal Erwin Rommel. I do not understand, and I am not amused. A body double. He looks remarkably like you. Everyone told him that he was our own desert fox on the Eastern Front, but then he died fighting in the Caucasus. Rommel says nothing, for once at a loss for words. There are those that agree with you, Herr Field Marshal. We do not agree with your methods. Had your plan succeeded, it would have only brought civil war to Germany, as Hitler's fanatics would venerate him as a martyr, struck down in the same sort of traitorous elements that sabotaged Germany's home front in 1918. After all the losses we have suffered and then the dismissal of some of our best leaders, we are now winning the war in the East. Our victory in the Caucasus has only allowed us to continue the fight, but we are no closer to actually winning. You have tried your methods and you have failed. So I offer this chance to you. Come help us try our methods to win this war. We need your military genius on the Eastern Front. I cannot be dead and leading troops on the Eastern Front at the same time, Herr Oberst. Holy shit. Erwin Rommel will be dead, but his body delivered to General Bergdorf as soon as we leave today. Your new identity will allow you to serve with us for as long as is needed to finish this fight. After that is over, well, we'll deal with that eventuality if we live to see it. Rommel pauses for a long time, thinking about everything he's just been told. And my family, they will think I'm dead. Anyone who doesn't need to know the secret cannot know the secret. What choices I have today? Death by shameful trial, death that is a lie, or to continue to live and serve Germany? The answer is obvious. I will continue to serve just me. Give me a moment with my family before we go. Thank God. Of course, Herr Field Marshal and Oberst. Yes, Herr Field Marshal. You are a real son of a bitch. Thank you. Oh God, finally. Is that it? It's over. All right. Now I think we just take Rommel's house. I apologize for not telling you my plan in advance. Mind generally talking to me, Heinrich von Butcherstein. Given the general atmosphere lately, with all the investigations going on, I thought it best for you not to know for your own protection. Truthfully, I was not sure I was even going to reveal my plan at all today. I may have just disposed of the body I prepared as a double. After the years of fighting we have been through, it is unfathomable to me that one of our own could betray Germany. We cannot win by destroying ourselves. That is the goal of our enemies. I needed to hear from Rommel himself what his rationale truly was, and what better time to ask him than now? If there was ever time to clear one's conscience, it is when staring death in the face. When he explained why he supported the conspirators and then accepted his death to prevent the damage a public trial would have inflicted, I knew I was right to prepare a body double. And now that you know, it will be both of our heads if the wrong people learn what has transpired today. For that, I am truly sorry. As I said, I kept you in the dark as long as possible for your own protection. I've made all the arrangements for Rommel to be attached to our command. Also, we should probably never say that name again from now on. He is Oberst Lieutenant Frederick Fuchs. Perhaps not the most original name I could have come up with for the Desert Fox, but I have always been a fan of hiding things in plain sight to ward off unwanted attention. I'll handle the transfer of the body to General Bergdorf once he is done soiling his pants. I assure you that certification of the body will pass all but the most invasive inspection. I certainly won't dare to do that to what they think is Rommel's body, especially since they have planned an elaborate ceremony to honor him as a fallen soldier of the Reich. I will never say I ever relished returning to the Eastern Front, but I think this cloak and dagger business is as close as I will ever come to that statement. historically Field Marshal Erwin Rommel would accept the offer to commit suicide. He made his decision to protect his family from reprisal and also to spare Germany from the scandal of seeing one of his most popular generals go on trial for treason. He willingly sacrificed his own life for the good of his family and Germany he cared so much for. But in this alternate history, Erwin Rommel would live on under the assumed identity of Frederick Fuchs. He makes his decision not to escape from his death, but instead of that, he can continue to serve his homeland with his life. Jesus Christ.